then you can also create like a reverse index of those references to make renaming nice and work smooth. Even if you don't update the references, renaming could throw errors or something. Yeah.
So this is it ended up being not so hard, and like compare. I mean, 140 line. That's very tiny. So
yeah,
this
it's
is good.
it was just like annoying to get over the like I don't know what I'm doing kind of bump.
That's always the hardest.
Not a Rust programmer, and I this is the first, maybe the second Rust project I wrote.
Cool.
Yeah, but actually the Rnix parser I found, they have examples here. And I pretty much just started with this like dump AST, where they just like print ln the entire tree. Initially, I was like, I could just parse this, but then it like adds dots when the path is too long, and so that can't really be fully parsed.
Well, yeah, we have to figure out how to write back the AST, but
yeah, but yeah, so this works. Yeah, and so yeah, we have that here as well. So for today, I thought, well, for one, I thought we could like kind of assign tasks a bit better to see. Let's find some simple tasks people could do, or we could also pair program on like this, or we could also just end the meeting early, because there's really, I don't think there's anything else to discuss. It's the same issues as before. We just need to make a small change, measure something else. This, I think we discussed this last time. Yeah.
I think we might be. Are we pretty close to be able to do the RFC then?
I think so. Yeah. Well, we don't want to. Well, the measuring thing is important, but actually, maybe that's a good idea, because these are like, I know how the PR can be done. It just needs more Rust coding. But about these measuring things, I'm not exactly sure how we want to set this up. So, well, specifically the Git speed impact thing. And maybe we could brainstorm there a bit to see what exactly do we want to measure. What kind of test case could we set up? How would we write such a test case?
I think it would be good to ask one of the projects that's already doing the sharding why they did it. Like I would find people to do the crates.io index repo. I
Is
just
that like
go with that. So this thing's got sharding, and so just like hop in there, Zulip or whatever, and be like, who did this and why, and tell us what we need to know. And then, I mean, we could just honestly take it on faith, or we could try to like reproduce the exact thing. But going out in with a blank slate, trying to figure out, well, where exactly is the problem? How do we find it? That sounds kind of annoying and frustrating.
Where's the in that top level? There was a config file. What's in that? Oh, nothing interesting. Okay.
Not about the sharding. I think that's.
But they do 2-level sharding here, actually. Yeah. And they do they use this dash? What is G-K-?
Oh, it's
exactly what we thought.
What about things that don't have? Well, it's an underscore actually. Here, like a underscore. Do they use underscore for? What is this?
It's just a library called Archery.
Wow, whoever named their package that is kind of a jerk.
Mean.
Do we have an example of something that's no, that's Like,
I
okay, we
don't
just
know.
need to crates.io. Isn't there a Nix crate actually? Yeah, what about
Okay.
Nix?
Who made that? I wonder. Is it really bindings like C++?
No, it's actually a Unix. It's like a
Right,
Unix.
right. Star Nix. Never mind.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
unfortunate. But yeah, here Nix. Oh, Nix dash.
Nix doc. Yeah, we got all
Wow,
those
there's a
guys.
bunch of these which are us.
Wow, we're so famous.
Yeah.
It's like
Where's that?
There's
it's all happening, guys.
Is
It's
there
all
any
happening.
other X? No.
no,
Weird.
that's weird. I did see there were some single letters in the main thing up here. Well, like 1, 2, 3. What is this?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh shit.
that's what they do. So they have they have 1, 2, 3 directories for everything that's single 2 or 3 letters. So next would be in here.
Yeah, I wonder if does 3 have Oh, is it
Single letters and then a single
okay,
prefix.
and then they there it is.
I see.
Yeah, one of the
this,
cargo people can get us the lore on this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. How could we find these people?
There's a Russ Zulip chat. I need to start taking notes again.
Yeah, let me help a bit there.
That's all good. I can catch up. You can go find it.
All right. Oops. All right. So I guess I really just need to start a guide. All right. Oh, here. Ooh, fancy interface.
Mm-hmm.
Trades.io. Can't find anything about that. Okay, but that's a good idea. We can do that asynchronously, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Issue down.
Yeah. Okay. So that's at least. So yeah, we might not have to measure this.
Mm-hmm.
Or if they don't have any insights, we might have to. Or we could also find other projects. Well, I guess Git is also a candidate. Does this have actually a better
I don't know
name?
what they do for sharding.
They don't have any issues here. No. Okay. So that's one thing. Then there's also read DR speed.
I would be happy mentoring anyone that wants to just make a PR with
for the read
proposal.
DR improvements. Yeah.
I think the Robert proposal, it's like even if it even if it isn't necessarily doesn't help that much, I think it's a great idea. It's this little small thing.
Honestly, like that is incredibly useful. Like I think aside from the sharding stuff, like that what he was recommending there, like having the stat info is so useful. Like if I could read dir and know if something has the executable bit set, for example, like
I don't think that's what was suggested.
Well, the primop can be used in other ways.
Yeah, that was what they were discussing. Was like, oh, we actually already have all this stat info. Like, yeah.
So that's unreal. So this is, I think, it's just good next change.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Elka, there is true that if you're using a not like ancient or weird file system, it should already be doing, I think, the fast thing. Like the get dense versus the libc one seem pretty similar to me, unless I'm missing something. So maybe this won't help with the issues Alex saw, but it just seems like a good change. And
yeah, and I was gonna say, like, if you were just trying to like test out like import speed or like kind of like processing for that, or that shard setup I have is like not a bad playground for that, just to test how the parser does.
That's true.
Over a big, I mean, not to. I mean, it's also just as easy to like generate a dummy workspace if that was preferred. But if you just wanted something you could pick up to see like how does Nix do with 8,000 directories all sharded, I do have a thing just sitting here.
And actually, also this would be much easier once we do have an implementation of the tooling that can do the sharding.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the kind of draft I did make, it doesn't really work. You can't evaluate it, but it already gives you a directory with like 10,000 files in it.
Oh, we're good then. You got us covered.
But this doesn't do any sharding, so we currently it could easily be changed. But we could also delay this until the tooling is written. Then it would become much easier, and we could actually test it on the eventual thing.
Yeah. Well, Alex, if let's say you are interested in doing the next change, I could show you things you want for that, and you could also show me your demo, and then we could play around with both of them.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I've been wanting to. I had like taken a crack at adding a built-in a couple times and kind of lost steam on it, so I think it'll be good to get that under my belt.
Yeah.
I did an input scheme the other day that was good. I haven't touched C++ in like a year since my last job, and so like picking it back up was just like, okay, time to pull up the manual and decipher things. But
really awesome. So get dense does multiple at once. Okay, that's
yeah. So it doesn't involve.
I missed that.
Let me make a section here. So can we confirm this then? So Alex will give it. Writing the built-in stat. What is it?
We can just link Robert's issues. We'll try some things out.
All right. I try. Nope.
I think it was you at least.
Yeah, I could try. Well, Erickson, would you be willing to do the Zulip thing? I could do the implementation, continue the Rust implementation of the tooling.
Okay. I think as long as you have an account there, and I could like ping you. I won't be the single point of failure, but like I'm happy to do the first step.
Yeah, that sounds great. I will also add myself here. All right, I'll create we'll have an account. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty good then. We have some nice, easy chunks to do. I still have to update this PR with some things. Yeah, but I know what to do there. Okay, do we have anything else? This is also addressed code owners. Yeah, that could be integrated into the tooling. Because code owners is also just like a specific.
What does it look like right now?
Well, let's go to Nixpkgs. Code owners.
My guess is there's nothing.
There's
I think
minor
none of that,
changes.
all that stuff's not going to be stuff we're moving anytime soon. Those are all very special case directories.
Yeah, well, let's see. There are some.
Now we're getting to more regular things, but
Yeah, there is a chance that some of this might get moved, but I think we just need to do like a check, and this can be manually fixed up.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, there are some like specific packages in here. Okay, but yeah, that's like 300 lines. I hope we can do a manual
Yeah.
check of this. Oh, actually, yeah, there's this code owner's file is valid here. And I guess if a file doesn't exist, GitHub is going to throw an error.
Yeah, we'll just see what the GUI says.
Yep. All right. Then mention related work. What is that again?
Oh, it's just like
Oh,
you can throw in a few lines in the
he says
RSC.
You say they also do sharding here, right? Is it this? Oh yeah, it's
that
this.
one.
Okay, and so they use single characters, and then all the packages. They don't have a lot of packages, actually.
No, this project died, but the point is that
Yeah.
someone it was on someone's like, I'm gonna do Nix packages differently.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, like, someone cared before.
I think it's probably if we can well, we could look at like issues maybe here, see if we can find yes. We can see if we can find anything about the what is prefix attribute naming scheme for packages. Yeah, we could also look into that. So I'm gonna make it related. So I'm going to link to, let's both get speed and read your speed. Let me do it in here, I suppose. Or let me put it in the meeting notes. Here, let's also see if the people from Triton have any insights.
Yeah.
Okay. Then anything else? We have lazy trees is not a regression. That's I was there in the well, part of it in the discussion just earlier today in the next team. I think we don't have to worry about that. Like that's up to
I
the next
agree. It's
to
not.
make sure.
Yeah, it's not our job to work around regressions that shouldn't be happening at all.
Yeah, so I think honestly we can just close.
I think we just close that. Yeah.
How long? Yeah, I think I remember seeing that PR in like April. It was like, oh wow, I can't wait. Can't wait for this to come out next month.
Yeah. That was kind of what the conversation is about. Like, long-lived branches that become hard to review, hard to see what the impact is. That's not where we want to be. So hopefully next time you see a cool looking thing, it is merge quickly.
2 week sprints and then merge. not that I'm big on the whatever that whole framework is, but I do agree with the idea that you should try to rebase every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, and so now the last one is to do sharding or not. This depends on 18, and I also think depends on Nick's read tier. Yeah, 17, the read tier speed. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all the issues and PR. So I think sounds good for today. Cool. Is there anything else anybody thinks we need to discuss?
Nah. I got a meeting to hop
I'm just going to catch up with the notes and then, well, this is good. We got nice action items.
Yep.
Yeah. And here, this one is fine. I just made a comment there.
Cool.
All right, sounds good then. Well,
yeah.
Thanks for the notes and.
We're both awake, Alex, and Europeans are asleep.
And
we can poke around that.
That sounds good, man. I don't know. Today, we'll see. Whenever.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be immediately. Generally, I think I'll have.
Are you on East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, I'll stop the stream.